Welcome back, 10. So this time we're going to look at determining the POI of a system of equations where one is in slope y-intercept form and the other is in ax plus by equals c form. So if you've had a chance to watch other videos, hopefully you saw how to find the intercepts. Once again, I'm going to label these 1 and 2. And so if we take a look at number 1, we have y equals 3x minus 2. So in this example, we know that the minus 2 is our y-intercept. So literally, I go to my y-axis because that's where my y-intercept goes, and I go and I plot the point down here at negative 2. Then I know that 3 is my slope. So if you remember, slope is always rise over run. Okay, so that means we have to rewrite this 3 as a fraction, and the only way to write it as a fraction and make it not change is to divide it by 1. So again, I'm going to start down here at negative 2, and I'm going to rise by 3, 1, 2, 3, and run by 1, rise by 3, and run by 1, and rise 1, 2, 3, and then run 1 to the right. So I've gone up 3, 1 to the right, up 3, 1 to the right, up 3, 1 to the right. And now I can connect my dots. And there we go. And this is the line y equals 3x minus 2. Okay, so the second thing I need to do then is to graph the second equation. So let's just write it here. So 2x plus 5y equals 10. So if you were watching our other video, hopefully you remember that whenever you're on the x-axis, right, you're not above or below it. So that means your y's have to be 0, which is also the equation for the x-axis. And whenever you're on the y-axis, right, you're not to the left of it or to the right of it, that means your x's have to equal 0. So we can use the knowledge that on the y-axis, our x is equal 0, and on the x-axis, our y equals 0, to, in this case, find the x and y intercepts for this line. Okay, so first I'm going to set y equal to 0 to see where to put the dot on my x-axis. So set y equal to 0. So I have 2 times x plus 5 times 0 equals 10. So I end up with 2x. 5 times nothing is nothing. So 2x equals 10. And then I just want to divide both sides by 2. And I end up with x equals 5. So the coordinates for that are x is 5 and y is 0. So let me write that. X is 5 and y is 0. So when I go to plot that point, my x is 5 and my y is 0. Then I'm going to do the other one. So here I'm going to set x equal to 0 because that will tell me where on the y-axis I need to put my point. So now I've got 2 times x, well, x is 0, plus 5 times y equals 10. So 2 times nothing is just nothing. So I have 5y equals 10. Well, I divide both sides by 5 to get y by itself. And now I have y equals 2. So in this case, the x is 0. So when I write it as a coordinate, my x is 0 and my y is 2. So I can go back, and here my y is 2 when x is 0. So I'm going to put the dot right there. So now I've created an y-intercept and an x-intercept. So I can go ahead and draw that line. Okay, so this is, just put some arrows on the end. So this equation is 2x plus 5y equals 10. All right, so now I've got this point of intersection, which is right here. And again, if I look down, it's about here, which is at about, I don't know, 1.2. So it's approximately 1.2 on the x. And then if I look over to the y, it looks like it's halfway. So it's at about 1.5 on the y. So as we talked about in class, there's the problem with graphing is we have to make these approximations. So it's not really a very efficient way of doing math. But for now, that's what we're going to do. So good luck getting your homework finished, and I will see you tomorrow.